Hey, everybody. If you offend easily, what did you do? Sit up in bed and say, I feel like being offended today. Let me go hang out at a channel called Thorns and All and expect to get a sweet smelling garden. Like, what were you thinking? Anyway, um, I'm in a mood again today, y'all. I'm dealing with a few things that are a little stressful. Now, these are mild stresses. I understand I don't have the right to complain. I understand I don't have the right to whine or piss and moan or bitch. I get it. I get it. And you know what? That just sucks even more because it feels like I can't express anything because it's too minute compared to what other people go through. And it's, you know, I don't call myself Thorns and All because I'm nice. You know, I'm fussy, I'm bitchy, I'm gripey, I'm attitudinal, I'm my red hair matches my personality, okay? Like, and I know it doesn't quite look like it in this light, but it is, okay? And I'm just I fuss over okay, y'all, I love St. Alan. School has let out, and I'm worried about him because anytime I do the slightest little gripe about anything, it equals to him like I'm having a bad day, and then he worries about me the rest of the day. Like, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Is there anything I can do? And it only took a couple days before I looked at him, and not even a week before I looked at him and went, get out my hair, go to work, go find something to do, go. Because yo, you married a bitchy woman and I feel like, and I know that's not what he's saying at all. He's not that guy. God, I could tell him anything and everything, and that's the whole point. You should all look for someone you can tell anything to. But the point is how much he worries about me that I sit there and I'm like, I'm just being me. Calm down. I'm the woman you married. And then I get to feel bad about being me because it's upsetting and worrying others, and I'm like, I feel so censored, and none of it's intentional. It's just situational. I'm fighting with my sister still since January. I try to warn people. I do. I try and warn people. It's like y'all don't hear it. Oh, yeah, you don't mean that. No, I do. Y'all. Over 10 years of friendship. And it's like people forget that Rosie is Rosie. Like, she calls me up one night, drunk again, crying again, upset about her life again, and calls me up, and I was the fourth person she called, and I was the only one to answer the phone. And y'all, I couldn't afford this. Y'all know my financial situation. It's actually been tight for a while, and I dropped everything and I ran to her side all the way in another state to help. This was not an easy trip. Y'all know I'm a hermit who is reluctant to leave the home. So being in a whole new state and a whole new house, and we had discussed what I would need before I arrived, and it was, I'm not going to be able to sleep on your couch. I'm not young anymore, despite how gorgeous I look. I'm not young anymore. I'm going to need an air mattress, not a couch. Nope, it was forgotten. I lived with them for a while, and it was forgotten that I can't. They had their heater up to 80. Y'all. I'm the kind of person who was comfortable in a Vermont basement in the winter, in the dead of winter. I can't do heat. I'm perimenopausal. Like, y'all can't do that to me. So I couldn't sleep that night. Yeah, I had woken up at stupid in the morning to catch the flight there. Spent all day running around, doing what they wanted. Did a couple things. I wanted to get some stuff for her to help. Went grocery shopping. Went to her place and to get settled in. And none of that was gotten because I didn't think of it myself. I let someone else plan it. And that's another thing that really gets me is how many things don't happen if I don't do it myself. It's like nobody else has any consideration. And I couldn't sleep, obviously, so I stayed up all night cleaning that place, which was a huge feat. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not a judge. I've seen worse, cleaned worse. It's something I do for my friends is I go in and I clean their places. It's what I do for people I love. I go in and clean. Had breakfast ready, the whole 9 yards. Y'all, I'm running on no sleep for over 24 hours at this point. Over 24 hours when she's got to get up and go to work. I'm going to be there all day with her son and her mom. My mom, I call it my mom, her mom. She's a sister from another mister type thing, but it was tight. And I spent the day playing with my nephew, which anybody who really knows me, like me and kids just don't. I'm not a kid-friendly person. It's like, ooh, but it's my nephew, and I had a great day. Boy, so smart. Playing with my young nephew, hanging out, I don't know why she got it in her head that I had an issue with her son. I suddenly start getting blown up because I'm, according to her, have an issue with her son. And no matter how many times I tell her, I'm just tired. I'm just tired. I'm just tired. Honey, I'm just tired. Honey, I'm just tired. I'm tired. Because she got all weird when, her and her husband went to work and I asked if I could just borrow her bed. And she's like, no. Well, she's like, yeah, but she felt weird about it. So I just didn't. So I stayed up. And I'm trying to tell her, no, like, y'all, 7 phone calls. 7 phone calls within a half an hour of her freaking out and refusing to hear a simple, I'm just tired. And she's doing this while I'm trying to cook a dinner for her mom's birthday. So she starts blowing up her mom to get her mom to, because I stopped answering the phone, so she starts blowing up her mom and to get me to answer my phone. And I'm like, what do I have to do to get you to listen to me? Yo, she even decided she didn't like my outfit and changed my outfit while I was there. Made me wear something of hers because she didn't like my outfit. I wasn't even allowed to wear what I wanted. And I'm tolerating this because I love my sister. And after 3.5 days, I get home. I want to say it was like 11 at night, something like that. I get home. And I'm finally back home with my husband. Y'all, she calls me up that night drunk and crying all over again. I'm like, what? No. And at the same time that night, stupid o'clock in the morning, the fairy stepdaughter has a situation, and I was called upon for that. And it was just, I wasn't okay at that point, unbeknownst to me. See, I thought the psych meds needed the shift, and they did after a while. So I'm going through a psych med shift after that, and I'm not coping with people very well. And unbeknownst to me, my testosterone was actually high hormonally, so perimenopause was kicking my ass, and I didn't know. I didn't really know. I had a suspicion, though. I was talking about it with another friend, and yeah. And I always thought we were tolerant with each other, but I'm not coping well with people, and yo, I'm not nice. Rosie's a bitch. Sorry. Like, I thought y'all knew and loved this. So when I snapped at her, because we were waiting for crossplay on the game, on our online games, She's got a PS5 and I'm on PC on a game she got me to play so that I would play with her, only to find out I couldn't. So we're waiting on crossplay, and she's blowing me up, wanting to know when's it gonna work, when's it gonna work, when's it gonna work. And I'm like, you could Google it. Y'all, this is an answer she's given me before, but I snapped at her and I lost my shit. I'm like, why are you blowing me up? Why are you asking me this? Why? I don't have a PS5. Why are you asking me? And she's wanting information from me, so I'm screenshotting it for her, and I'm kind of losing it at her because it's one of those, this is the exact same information you have. You literally should have this exact same information. Here's a screenshot. And it's, oh, well, I'm on PS5. It's not the same for me. Well, then why would you expect me to know? You know I'm on PC. Like, I'm not coping well with it. I'm not coping well with the situation. I'm losing it. And suddenly I'm pinned against the wall because I'm losing it. And how dare I be that kind of friend? And I'm trying to explain to her that I'm trying to talk to you, but you're not listening. She's like, well, I don't know what the problem is. I'm like, the problem is that you're not listening. And she's like, well, I don't know what the problem is. And I'm like, here, let me give you an example of you not listening. And then it became me, according to her, I was attacking her. And did I still want to be friends with someone as imperfect as her? And I'm like, yeah, of course I do. You're my sister. And it's, well, because I don't know if I can be friends with you if you're going to be like this. And I'm like, you don't know if you can be friends with me. Oh. So I unfriended her because I had an extreme reaction to that. You know, we've done this before once years ago where we parted ways for a year and didn't speak. And being ignored because now she's mad that I unfriended her. Now I've committed the ultimate crime because how dare I? How could I unfriend her like that? And I'm like, you said you didn't know if you could be my friend. And her birthday was a couple days ago and I messaged because I was unblocked. I'm still being ignored, but I was unblocked, at which point I sent her this big, long, heartfelt apology because somebody's got to give, and it's usually me. Again, it always winds up with, Rose is just crazy. Don't mind Rose. Let's just get past this. Rose is just being crazy. And I'm so tired of my mental health being the reason things go wrong, so nobody else has to be accountable for their behavior. I warned everybody that I wasn't okay. They were changing my psych meds. That I was going to be unstable until we found the right dose, which wound up having to be upped 3 times on the new meds before I balanced out. And then we found the hormone imbalance and fixed that at the same time. So it took until April before I started feeling stable again. And I'm still being ignored because of the way I behaved. And meanwhile, I'm still sitting here hurt over the way she behaved. And I feel like, how far do I have to go before I get to protect myself from how hurt this is making me feel? For 10 years of friendship, and I don't feel like this is fair. And these are the kind of things that just eat at me when I don't want it to. So, y'all, if y'all are ever working in a nursing home I might wind up in one day, and you have this crabby old woman in the corner who just kind of mutters to herself, it's me. It's me telling my brain to shut up, because my brain will sit there and grind and grind and grind and grind and grind on this until I drive myself crazy. without a resolution because I lack the ability to get my brain to just let things go. No, I stay hurt. And so I'll sit there and tell my brain to shut up whenever it tries to think about this. Because I've attempted to reach out on multiple forums and I have gotten nowhere. So, the only thing I know how to do is to disappear. That's what I do. I see that I have caused a problem, so I disappear. Because who am I to say that it wasn't all me? I'm crazy. Maybe it was me. I don't know anymore. Everything has changed enough that, people have to go online and ask if they're the asshole, and even you can't decide there. You can just get a verdict of ups versus downs. Like, nobody knows anymore because everything is changing so fast. And I think people get scared and they hide because they can't keep up with how fast things are changing. I know that's what I'm doing. And then everything has changed so much from the last time I poked my head out that I don't feel like I belong after that. And y'all, I don't know what to do with the rest of time. Like, I'm not being that way. I'm just simply stating that I don't know what to do with the rest of it. There's time left and I don't know what to do. Let's do a quick reading. Ten of Cups. Joy and happiness abundant. Yay. I would look forward to some of that. How about y'all? Oh, Queen of Swords in reverse. Swords are up. Swords are up. War is still there. Pain, battle, action is still needed. Aggression is still present. Two of Coins. Put it all in balance. The need to put it all in balance. The need to get your coins in order. Three of Coins. Wow, okay. The need to take your skills and put them to use. Yeah, I know. Do y'all know? Because I know. And last one. The Empress in reverse. Oh, gee. The energy is feeling less than powerful, maybe a little corrupt. There's your cold reading for the day, folks. Thanks for putting up with Rosie having another day. But I felt like if I didn't get that out of me at this point, because it's just a few days after her birthday, and I got no response to the happy birthday, so at this point, it's retreat or go insane, and it's going to get misconstrued. There's nothing I can do about that except let it happen and protect myself from it, which means even further away. So I'm going to do the only thing I know how to do to get my mind off of things, and that's go dive into the game for a little while, folks. Y'all have a good one. Bye, y'all.